Hey guys, welcome to the House of Valentina in Alys Beach.
I know, it is so awesome.
We've had an absolutely incredible time here. You may be able to hear the water around us because this area it's just amazing. Everywhere you go, there's beautiful water fountains, there's paradise gardens. This area in particular is white, and
It's like she made her own city. It's like literally the House of Valentina made a city. That's very much Alys Beach.
We have been eating our way, looking around at all the houses and looking at everything and just enjoying the beach. It's just been...
Yeah, one of my favorite things has been the combination of senses. So you can smell plants as you go by, you can hear the rustling of the palms, you can hear the water as you go by. It's literally just, it's like all encompassing. The entire area is all around you.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can probably hear it. People are on their bikes, they're riding around, people are out walking. It's like a little slice of paradise. I cannot believe that we are in Florida.
I know, I grew up in Florida. This is not what I grew up with.
Yeah, we both grew up either him being here or me coming to visit, and I'm like, this is Florida? I cannot believe we're even in the US. It feels so exotic and it feels like you've escaped to some other place. I really do feel like it really encompasses the whole idea of earth, wind, and fire, don't you?
Yeah, it's hard to explain because it's very much elevated. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's very much elevated in design and everything is perfect. But it's also feels very grounded, feels very earthy. The elements they brought in with, just like you said, the earth, wind, and fire, you feel the earth in the space a lot.
They've used a lot of earthy materials. There's flames in all the gas lanterns. And then everywhere you go, there's water. And for us, maybe because we lived in Morocco and Spain, it has that Moorish kind of feel. It's like one of the white cities. Oh my gosh.
It just felt like being home. I mean, I'll be honest with you. It felt like all I needed was a cortado and, something.
And a little Bastilla to come out. And
some little girls in flamenco dresses, and it would have been perfect. No, it very much feels very much like that space. It's warm, it's humid. Yeah. You hear the cicadas in the background, but it's just perfect. And it's still being
so romantic.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. It's exotic and romantic and incredible. So we cannot wait to share with you. We're actually going to break down our time in 30A because we realized that there was so much that we loved about Alys Beach. So we're going to share with you those things in this video, and then in separate videos we'll share with you about Rosemary Beach and some of the other places you want to check out when you're in the area, because otherwise this video is going to be at least an hour long.
Yeah, it would be. There's so much to show, and there's so many different cities to show, so we want to kind of break it up.
Yeah, so let's jump into stealing the style of Alys Beach, Florida. So good.
I know, can't wait.
From the moment you enter Alys Beach, you know you are in for something extra special. We couldn't get over just how gorgeously blue the water was and how white the sand was. With a backdrop like this, we knew that we were really in for a treat. My husband later told me that he was really excited that I was so into the band about Earth, Wind, and Fire, but I had to kind of break it to him that I was actually thinking of the ancient Greeks who talked about the 4 elements of nature, which are earth, water, air, and fire. The Greeks are not the only ones that have this attachment to nature and these elements. The Indians, the Egyptians, even the rule of the Golden Islamic Age was known for celebrating these elements of nature. And I think you really feel that in this area. There's something so special about these 4 elements and how they are represented. It feels like a spiritual awakening. At least it did to us. It was therapeutic to our souls to be here. And I think a lot of that has to do with the elements that they've chosen and how they've put this space together by choosing these rough, earthy materials for the pathways and for the vases and the planters, and then mixing that with this really beautiful smooth surface. And you just really feel that earth in this space. The idea of the earth also is played out in the colors that they've chosen. The materials themselves are very natural. You feel a lot of this wood and iron. You feel the plants that are around, everything about it. Even the worn wood. I wanted to just pack it up and take it home. I loved it so much, and I found myself just eyeing every little detail so I could just bottle it up and hopefully bring just a little piece of that back with me. I already have ways that I've brought planters and things into my own home. I can't wait to share that with you in a separate video, but we definitely did not have time for all of that this time. But I think that you can see the tiles and the materials and how all of that just plays together. I think I could have been left alone in these streets for days and been completely happy. Other than our time in Morocco, I don't know if I've ever been anywhere that so perfectly represents the element of water. Not only do you have the beach where you can hear the waves hitting against that sand and that shore, but everywhere you walk down these streets, you can hear the water. It's in fountains, it's in pools, it's everywhere, and you're surrounded by it. And I really believe that water is therapeutic. It really represents life. That's what a paradise garden, what water's always meant. And I think that's why this area felt so special to us, and why we just couldn't wait to share all of this with you, because we knew that this is what we need right now. The world has been in such chaos, and for an earth element like this to calm you so much, it really was quite special. Not only can you taste the salt in the air, but the thoughtfulness towards how we sense and feel air around us is really special at Alys Beach. It really does remind us of our time overseas, particularly in Morocco and Spain, where a lot of times you didn't have air conditioning and the airflow was really important. And so you see these kinds of archways and doors with openings, and there's a way in which the air moves around you that's very unique and very special. Not only are spaces created in which you can enjoy that sea air and really be outside, but that flow all around you is really unique. And I really think that the architects went the extra mile to really understand this element of nature and how to include that so that you would truly sense all of the elements all around you in every single space. And now we come to our final element of our 4 elements of nature, and that is fire. And fire symbolizes so many things, including passion and desire and hope and eternity. And I think those are all things that we all need to be reminded of, no matter what circumstances are surrounding us. And I was just so blown away by the way that it was represented so generously throughout the entire area of Alys Beach. You found gas lanterns in so many places, and it was just really beautiful. And it really just was very comforting, actually, to sense this, to sense fire around you, and to have all these elements come together in this way. It was as though every sense that you had was just awakened, and you were feeling everything in that moment. Of course, our inspiration does not stop at just the architecture, but of course we had to go and check out some of the local restaurants. Kalisa is hands down one of our favorite places that we have ever been on the planet. Without a doubt, not only does it represent all those elements, it's also just gorgeous, and the food was delicious. I have been craving that hummus ever since, and I've thought about it so many times. I'm like, oh, I think I need to make that recipe. And the food was amazing. The ambiance was great, and we had a very private area because I know a lot of you are worried about Corona right now. And it was very open, and there was air flowing all around us, and it was an incredible experience. And yes, I shamelessly took a picture of the bathroom just for you. No, it was not selfish. I wanted you to be able to see it. I just thought every element of Kalisa was just so amazing. These water features and the light and the air and the water. Oh my goodness, it was just so amazing. And I could have spent all day there. And you can actually, if you decide to buy a home there or you rent one, then you get access to this. Or just book a reservation for dinner and just pop in there and take a million photos like we did. While our boys were extremely patient about walking the streets and indulging mom's wildest fantasies about living in Alys Beach, they got hungry, and where we headed was George's. It had really great open outdoor seating, so this was one of the few places that you can really go and sit outside and feel like you're allowed to be there. And the food is mind-blowing. It is delicious. I had the salmon salad, my husband had the market fish sandwich, and my boys loved the hamburger so much that they begged us to order it for them later to go, which was awesome. And my husband said the key lime pie was fantastic. One other place that we absolutely loved, which of course looks just as gorgeous as all of Alys Beach, is Raw and Juicy, and they have amazing juices, really delicious vegan food, which of course is great for me since I'm allergic to milk. But if you just want to have a healthy meal before heading to the beach, this is the place to go. Although those loaded baked potatoes, I'm not so sure that was that healthy, but they sure were delicious. Our final stop in Alys Beach is this absolutely gorgeous shop called Mast, and it really does embody the style of Alys Beach. And I bought probably a few too many things, but I just loved it so much, and it felt so beachy and yet very sophisticated. I wanted one of everything. I really showed restraint here because all the linens and the soaps and the ceramics, everything in here is gorgeous. So I highly recommend even checking them out online because they do ship.
Thank you so much for joining us for our little trip to Alys Beach. It's been absolutely incredible for us. We've enjoyed this so much with our kids, and this was truly an escape. And
Yeah.
and we've been able to do it even with Corona and everything that's been happening. This has been a very social distanced trip, but at the same time, I don't feel like it's hindered us at all from having just an epic trip down here.
No, not at all. And if
So-
any of you decide that you want this style and you want to come here and visit, we will gladly come as tour guides and come and stay with you and show you exactly where to eat, walk you around. We'll video you. We'll do a video with you because this place literally is, there's a very short list of places that I always want to go back to, and this has definitely moved towards the very top of that list.
Yeah, it's just pure magic.
Yeah.
So we will leave all the links for anything that we've talked about in the video, the different places we've visited, the places that we've stayed, recommendations. We'll leave those down in the show notes for you. And of course, check out our Instagram, because while we've been here, it's easier for us to update our Instagram in the moment. So we've actually created a little story highlight on the Instagram accounts that have everything that we've been talking about and even extra on there of us being on vacation with the kids and everything else. So check us out on Instagram. Also visit us at houseofvalentina.com. If you want to be able to steal this style and us be able to help you walk through how to do that, we'd love to be able to help you. So visit us at houseofvalentina.com. We have local services if you're in the Atlanta area, and we also have virtual services if you aren't in the Atlanta area but you're interested in learning more about how to actually put this style together and recreate it.
After you've watched the video, if you take some of these things and you personalize them in your own space, do us a favor and share those with us. You can jump over to the Facebook group. It's Inspired by VU over on Facebook. Let us know, throw some pictures up, show us your spaces. It will be awesome. And then again, there are more videos coming out about our time in 30A. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe right now somewhere down below, and then hit the little bell notification. That way when she puts more videos up, you get notified.
Yes, so thank you so much for joining us. It's just always such a pleasure that we get to have you in our home and we get to take you on our journeys as we travel. What a treat that we get to have this. So thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.